Imagine yourself sitting quietly on your favorite porch chair, the sun setting in a soft glow, as you reflect on a day filled with small choices. Some that brought a smile, others that left a subtle ache of regret. What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, you hold the power to turn every future decision into a stepping stone to a life brimming with deeper satisfaction and serenity? It's a bold promise, I know, but one rooted in the timeless truth that our daily choices are the brushstrokes painting the masterpiece of our lives. Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this heartfelt conversation on the art of making better decisions every day. As someone who spent years guiding individuals just like you through the rich, complex tapestry of midlife and beyond, I've seen how mastering this art isn't about dramatic overhauls, but about gentle, intentional shifts that honor your wisdom and experiences. Whether you're pondering a career tweak, a family matter, or simply how to spend your evenings, these insights are crafted with care for you. Let's embark on this journey together, step by thoughtful step, and uncover how you can infuse your days with choices that truly nurture your soul. First, at the heart of every wise decision lies a deep understanding of your core values, those quiet, unwavering principles that define who you are at your essence, much like the steady rhythm of a heartbeat guiding your every move. These values aren't abstract ideas. They're the foundation that keeps you anchored amid life's inevitable uncertainties, providing clarity when options swirl around you like autumn leaves in the wind. When your choices align with these values, be it cherishing family bonds, pursuing personal growth, maintaining good health, or upholding integrity, they create a harmonious flow, reducing inner conflict and amplify your sense of fulfillment. Without this alignment, decisions can feel forced or fleeting, leading to that nagging sense of misalignment that drains your energy over time. But by consciously tuning into them, you transform decision-making from a chore into an affirming act of self-respect. Consider Sarah, a warm-hearted 55-year-old elementary school teacher from a small town in Texas who had dedicated decades to her classroom, often at the expense of her own dreams. Mornings blur into evenings filled with grading papers and parent meetings, leaving her feeling perpetually exhausted and somewhat hollow inside. One crisp autumn afternoon, during a rare moment of solitude while walking her dog to the neighborhood park, she sat on a bench and began to ponder what truly mattered most to her. Family emerged as her brightest star, specifically the joy of creating lasting memories with her grandchildren, and alongside it, a long-suppressed passion for creative writing that had sparked in her youth but faded amid life's demands. With this revelation, Sarah made a courageous choice. She negotiated a part-time schedule at work, freeing up precious afternoons. Now, instead of endless committees, she spends time baking cookies with her grandkids, sharing stories that weave laughter and lessons, and even penning short tales that she reads aloud during family gatherings. This shift didn't just alleviate her fatigue. It reignited a vibrant spark within her, turning what felt like a monotonous routine into days alive with purpose and connection. Sarah's story illustrates how reconnecting with your values can be a gentle revolution. Start by listing 3 to 5 that resonate deepest with you, perhaps over a cup of tea, and let them serve as your gentle guide. The next time a decision arises, whether it's accepting an invitation or choosing a new hobby, pause and ask, does this honor what I hold dear? You'll find the answer brings not just clarity, but a profound sense of peace. Moving forward, another cornerstone of better decision-making is gathering information wisely, a balanced approach that empowers you without overwhelming your mind, much like selecting the ripest fruits from a bountiful orchard rather than trying to harvest the entire field. In our information-saturated world, it's tempting to dive into endless research, scrolling through websites or seeking opinions from every corner, but this often leads to paralysis, where doubt clouds your judgment and delays action. Instead, the art lies in curation. Identify reliable sources that speak to your situation, engage in meaningful conversations with trusted confidants, and allow space for your own reflections to simmer, ensuring you collect insights that are relevant and digestible. Picture John, a thoughtful 62-year-old retired engineer from the rolling hills of rural England, who found himself at a crossroads after losing his beloved wife of 40 years. The family home, once filled with shared laughter and routines, now echoed with solitude, prompting him to consider relocating closer to his grown children. Overwhelmed by the sheer volume of real estate options online, endless listings with glossy photos and conflicting reviews, John felt adrift, his initial excitement turning to anxiety. Rather than succumbing to the deluge, he adopted a wiser path. He compiled a short list of priorities, like walkable neighborhoods with community centers and easy access to public transport. He then visited just 3 potential areas, sipping tea in local cafes while chatting with residents about daily life. Their stories of friendly book clubs and scenic walking paths painted a vivid picture far richer than any web page. He also consulted his son, a real estate enthusiast, for a grounded perspective on costs and logistics. This focused gathering of information lifted the fog. John selected a charming cottage in a village that felt like an extension of his heart's desires, complete with a garden where he now tends roses in memory of his wife. John's experience teaches us that quality trumps quantity. Next time you're facing a choice, such as selecting a new doctor or planning a family vacation, set boundaries on your research, seek out voices that resonate, and trust that the right details will illuminate your path. This method not only saves time but builds confidence, turning potential stress into an empowering process. Now, let's delve into the vital practice of weighing long-term consequences, envisioning not just immediate outcomes, but the enduring ripples that extend far into your future, akin to casting a stone into a calm lake and watching the waves spread outward. It's all too easy to be swayed by short-term gratification, a quick purchase for instant joy or a hasty agreement to avoid discomfort. But true wisdom comes from blending that momentary appeal with a forward gaze, considering how today's choice might affect your well-being, relationships, and legacy years down the line. This foresight acts as a safeguard against regrets, fostering decisions that sustain and enrich rather than diminish. Meet Linda, a resilient 65-year-old grandmother from the sun-drenched coast of Sydney, Australia, who had always thrived in the energy of city life, with its bustling markets and cultural events. As retirement loomed, she harbored a dream of a serene seaside cottage where she could watch waves crash and host family barbecues under the stars. However, a flashy investment opportunity crossed her path, a scheme promising rapid returns on her savings, touted by a charismatic acquaintance at her local bridge club. The allure was strong. Visions of extra funds for travel danced in her mind. Yet, Linda paused, drawing on her years of quiet observation. She imagined the potential fallout. What if the investment soured, jeopardizing her nest egg in that cherished dream home? Would the stress erode her health or strain her bonds with her children, who worried about her financial security? Seeking counsel from a trusted financial advisor, she uncovered the risks hidden beneath the glossy promises and chose instead a conservative savings plan that grew steadily, like a well-tended vine. Today, Linda lounges on her beachfront veranda, the sound of grandchildren's laughter mingling with the ocean's whisper, profoundly grateful for her foresight. Her journey reminds us that every decision carries a horizon. Practice this by mentally fast-forwarding 5 or 10 years during key moments, asking how the choice aligns with your envisioned future. Whether it's dietary habits for sustained vitality or mending a friendship, this perspective transforms impulsive acts into intentional legacies, weaving a tapestry of life that's both beautiful and enduring. Equally important is the delicate balance of trusting your intuition while gently verifying it with a touch of logic. That inner voice, refined by decades of lived experiences, serving as your most personal advisor, yet strengthened when cross-checked against practical realities. Intuition often manifests as a subtle nudge, a feeling of rightness or unease that bypasses lengthy analysis, drawing from the subconscious wisdom you've accumulated. However, in moments of high emotion or uncertainty, it can be tinted by fear or wishful thinking. So pairing it with simple verification, perhaps a pros and cons list or a quick fact check, ensures your gut leads you true. Think of Robert, a charismatic 58-year-old former salesman from the vibrant streets of San Francisco, who, after years in a high-pressure corporate world, felt a stirring pull toward independent consulting. His intuition buzzed with excitement. The freedom to set his own hours, leverage his expertise in sales strategies, and finally pursue that work-life balance he'd long craved. Yet, whispers of doubt crept in. Would clients come? Could he sustain his income amid economic shifts? Rather than ignoring these, Robert verified his hunch thoughtfully. He spent a day shadowing a consulting friend, absorbing the realities of client meetings and administrative tasks, with a firm to fit while highlighting areas like marketing he needed to brush up on. He also ran basic projections on potential earnings, using a simple spreadsheet to map out scenarios. This blend of heart and head confirmed his path. Today, Robert flourishes in his new venture, coaching businesses with the same passion he once reserved for closing deals, all while enjoying mornings hiking in the nearby hills. Robert's story underscores that intuition is your ally, not a solo navigator. Cultivate this by tuning into that inner signal during decisions, then test it lightly. For instance, if contemplating a move or a new friendship, listen to your gut's whisper, then gather a fact or two to solidify it. This harmony breeds decisions that feel authentically yours, infused with both instinctual grace and reasoned assurance. Finally, embrace the transformative power of learning from past decisions, not through harsh self-judgment, but as compassionate reflections that illuminate your growth, much like reviewing old photo albums to appreciate the journey's evolution. Every choice, whether triumphant or stumbling, carries lessons that refine your discernment, turning mistakes into invaluable teachers that prevent repetition and foster resilience. By approaching this with kindness, you release the weight of regret and harness history as a gentle mentor for tomorrow. Recall Margaret, a spirited 60-year-old widow from the bustling avenues of New York City, who often looked back on her earlier years with a tinge of sorrow. In her 40s, career ambitions had overshadowed her wanderlust, leading her to decline travel opportunities that now seem like misadventures, trips to Europe or quiet retreats that could have enriched her soul. Instead of letting this fester into bitterness, Margaret chose reflection over rumination. During evening journal sessions by her window overlooking the city lights, she explored those past decisions. What fears of instability or leaving her job had held her back? How had they served her then, providing security during family-raising years? With this understanding, she reframed them as protective rather than limiting and applied the insight forward. She began with modest weekend escapes to nearby coastal towns, building confidence step by step, and soon graduated to a solo journey through Italy's countryside, savoring gelato and ancient ruins with newfound freedom. Margaret's evolution from regret to renewal demonstrates that past choices are bridges, not barriers. Start a simple practice, like noting one lesson from a recent decision each week, focusing on what it taught rather than what went wrong. This not only sharpens your future choices, but cultivates self-compassion, allowing you to navigate life's complexities with a lighter heart and wiser eyes. As we draw this exploration to a close, I invite you to pause right here, take a deep, nourishing breath, and let these insights settle gently into your being, like seeds planted in fertile soil, ready to bloom in your daily life. You've journeyed to the art of decision-making, from honoring your values to embracing lessons learned, and I hope it stirred a quiet empowerment within you, reminding you that at any age, your choices can craft a narrative of profound beauty and meaning. What touched you most today? Was it Sarah's rediscovery of joy through family, John's methodical clarity in change, Linda's visionary foresight, Robert's intuitive harmony, or Margaret's graceful reflection? Please share your thoughts or a personal story in the comments below. Your voice adds such richness to our shared community, fostering connections that inspire us all. If these words have resonated and perhaps even sparked a small shift in your perspective, I'd be honored if you'd show your support with a like. It lets me know we're on this path together. Subscribe to join our growing family for more videos offering warm, intelligent guidance on thriving in these enriching years. And don't hesitate to share this with a friend or a loved one who might find solace or spark in its message. Every share extends a circle of wisdom, helping others make choices that light up their worlds. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this time with me. Remember, the art of better decisions is yours to master one gentle step at a time. Until we meet again, choose with care, live with intention, and embrace the wonderful you that emerges.